I fall off my chair.
Well, it's Tuesday morning now, and last night turned out to be an uneventful night for me, but Paul lost one on his right hand rod, which for me looked like a banker rod, because the fish were moving over amongst the islands yesterday, and yeah, sure enough it went off, I think about 2 o'clock this morning. But yeah, we'll show you. He got a bent hook to show for it, and Lockie's hooks are about as strong as hooks as you'll find, but that just illustrates just how tough and rough it can be out here with some of these fish and the terrain you're fishing. But anyway, it's a beautiful, glorious, warm Tuesday morning, having a cup of tea, listening a bit to the radio, and then Paul's going to do a fry up. So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, right now, you know, certainly through till midday, you know, you're on your toes here, and that's when I'll pop off and have a shower, because yeah, yesterday morning was when I had that fish. I think it was about 10 o'clock. So yeah, as I say, but yeah, quiet night for me, and I heard very little moving out in front. But yeah, as I say, yeah, glorious day ahead, and if I'm looking a little bit fatigued, it's because I am. It knocks it out of you, this thing, this lake. And the other thing is my legs are burning like buggery. I don't know if you can see it with the camera. Yeah, stupidly didn't put enough suntan, or didn't put any on there. Bloody burning. So anyone coming out here back on me, you think, oh, I'll go out to Rainbow in the summer and get a suntan, bear in mind it's bloody hot, and if you're out of the sun you think won't need no suntan oil, but you know what, you do. That's just a little lesson. At the age of 50, I've been there. I've been up hospital with prickly heat through stupidity. So just a warning for you youngsters out there, and you older guys. Oh, someone's turned up. Who's this? Ah, it's Pascal's boys. They bring the bread every morning and what you need. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. There's the rehydrated boilies overnight in the hemp juice. Yeah, just a bit of confidence thing, but it works, let me tell you. Here they come for breakfast. So I just sent to the camera Tuesday morning, you lost that one last night. What happened there?
Well, just one of the unfortunate things of, or fortunate or unfortunate, I mean, it's Rainbow, you know, you're fishing over bars and round islands and that, with a lot of woodwork under the water, and unfortunately one found its way there before I could get to it. But never mind.
Yeah.
Have the result being, there you are. Let me just get another one, and we'll have a before and after. That's the rig before, and that's the rig after. So simples. Hey, I mean, Lockie does make good hooks, but you can't pull half a ton of wood
out
of the water.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah. They're probably the best big fish hooks.
Strongest I've ever used, mate, and the sharpest.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But
that's the reality of carp fishing.
Yes, mate. Yeah, you can't pull half a ton of.
And no, Martin, he wouldn't want me to edit that out, because I'm thinking, should I include a bent hook of Martin's? But you know what? Martin's a realistic guy. Anglers watching this should be realistic. That's what can happen, even with the strongest of hooks.
But you know, like I said, you've got a lump of timber out there, probably 200 or 300 weight anyway. So half a tree.
Yeah, scary.
And, I don't think that anyone will ever make an hook to pull that out. So.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Say la vie, that's life.
Yeah. So another day today.
Yeah.
So it was a good day yesterday. You having that one, me having one.
Yeah. Them two.
Two? Yeah, them two. Yeah, I'm losing count now. You've had so many.
Yeah. Well, once I get past 5, I'm knackered.
Down the stairs, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to
Paul's done a fry up. Let's see what he's done. He's good at it, old Paul.
Go, boy.
Oh, look at that.
Fancy that?
That is proper. Well done. That
you,
looks fantastic. Cheers, buddy. Wow, that's superb.
Burned mushrooms.
He almost forgot me mushrooms, which I'm allowed to have because I caught one. Otherwise, Paul was going to have mushrooms on your own, weren't you?
I certainly was, and
Aye.
I'd have taken great pleasure in
You
having.
would have
In
done,
fact,
wouldn't
I
you?
waited an extra day,
Look at
didn't
them
I, just so
mushrooms.
you could have mushrooms. Eh?
That's about 12 inches across in me bivvy. So it's up past 3. So you had a small one
Yeah, yeah.
and lost one of my rods.
Well,
but
yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
sure what it was.
Kevin, you just decided to go for and do your daily ablutions, hadn't you?
Yeah, 'cause I have to have
and
a
I think
wash.
you was going to sign a few autographs, I think, as well. Wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know about that.
Have your photograph taken with a couple of people with their arms around you and all that? Wouldn't you? Something like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No,
So yeah, so you went and done your little fame thing round the corner, and
no, I went to
you're
have a wash.
So what happened is, being such a good angler you was, just as you left, you got a take. So you'd obviously really sussed out the bite time.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm on
so,
the game.
So anyway, I've got a fish on one side of the swim, and bang, yours rips off the other side. So I didn't have long enough arms, mate. So
Yeah,
obviously I
shit
went for mine
happens.
first.
Yeah, like you would. Like I would.
Yeah, went
Yeah.
for mine first.
Yeah.
Got it in, it actually hit a snag, so I put the rod down and went and had a go at yours, and it just bumped off, unfortunately. But
Well, what I'm doing now,
But anyway.
that was on my right hand rod, again on that snag tree. So I'm going to put it back out there. But what I'm doing is, I'm going to also fish this corner with my, with the other rod. So I'm going to have 2 rods down now. I'm moving the second rod from that horizontal tree down into this corner.
Kev, is that your 5th or 6th rod you're putting round now?
Yeah. And I'm going to have this float on in order to keep the line out of the water, because on both rods I've got this fear that the lines, fish are obviously line shy on lakes, so if I've got one rod going over there, it could stop the fish coming into the corner here. So both rods will have the float on in order to keep as much line out of the water as I can. Well, it's just gone 7 o'clock Tuesday evening, and while I was away from my rods earlier, Paul had a small one, and I had something occur on my tree rod. But anyway, they're out now for the night. I've changed the position on my left hand rod, still over the back there, in fact, just to the left of the gap, right over the back. Sort of there, which is about what, 140 yards, Paul?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So, right, yeah.
And then that rod's in the normal spot over by the little island and the stick. And then it's these 2 that I've sort of made some changes to. This is where I've had the fish. Let's just zoom back out again. You can see on the float. There's the float, purely to keep the line out of the water and stop fish getting into this corner where I've got the right hand rod again on the float. So it's all about keeping line out of the water, so hopefully the fish can move into that corner and not be inhibited by line. It's about 8:30 Tuesday night, we're just having dinner. I've washed up.
Don't start giving all that bollocks that you've washed up.
It's about 1:30 in the morning, and there goes Paul after a fish. Yeah, give a great account of itself, this fish. That's a nice mirror, Paul.
Yeah, makes a change.
That's £30, isn't it? Low 30, I would say.
Might scrape it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, well done. Look at that. Yeah, lovely.
Alright.
Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah.
Make that a 30 will, would you guess it?
Yeah, I'd make that a 30 scraper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
That'll do me. Nice clear water. What's a fighter?
Yeah, well done.
Good job it's not cold, eh?
Yeah, great. Woke us all up though. We're in deep slumber, weren't we?
Mate.
Oh,
One night, that's all I believe it or not, I just want a night's sleep.
well done.
Cheers.
Well, I woke up to that rain, and there's some thunder and lightning. But yeah, quiet night for me. Not a bleep. But yeah, Paul had that one, which was nice, and woke us all up. But boy, went straight back to kit. But it's 7 o'clock now, and yeah, storm. It's always nice to fish after a storm. So yeah, we'll get some breakfast on. I'm bloody starving now. But yeah, pressure's on to get another fish, let me say. So as I say, Wednesday morning, and yeah, that storm we needed to clear the air. But you know what, this bivvy of mine, this house, it ain't as waterproof as it claims when you buy it, let me tell you. But yeah, that was to be expected. So yeah, things are getting wet. But yeah, we'll see. Well, Paul hadn't long got that back out. He missed one earlier, about an hour or so ago, and it's about, what was it, 9:30 Wednesday morning, and this has been his hot spot all week. It's one hell of a spot out there.
depth of that, look.
Yeah. Amazing. How good was that? Your second 50 here.
Yeah, not bad, is it?
This trip.
Still waiting for a big one, but...
Yeah, can't help thinking that'd do me right now. Yeah, well done,
I'm
Paul.
quite
That's
happy, mate,
cracking
cheers.
fish, yeah.
Yeah, oh well, here we go. Second date.
That didn't take long to rattle off. That's been your real hot spot, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said to you, we was talking earlier, because I've been getting a few bites off it, you get a swim going, don't you? Because you feed it a bit more, and every now and again you're trickling bait in, and it just, I think you start off with a little bit of an hot spot. Well, having said that, the geezer struggled there last week, so, but what can I say? I don't know, it's just luck, isn't it?
Don't know, I think you're making your own luck. Paul's just put that fish back. It's difficult to get perspective of size, but that snake must be about 7 foot long. There's nothing to compare it against. It's got the head size of a big cod, and I don't exaggerate. That's a golden eagle, that. I know my eagles.
No, it's looking for ducklings.
I've just zoomed on Paul's rod where he's had most of his bites and those fish, and I'm not sure if you can see it through the video, but there's bubbling all around that float. It just looks alive, that area. We're just sort of sitting on our hands there because that's going to rip off soon. There's little patches of bubbles appearing here and there, but as I say, maybe the camera don't pick it up. Magpie's back. So I met Clayton and Ian for the first time here. Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I've been calling him Ian up there. Nick and...
Who is Ian?
the matey who's fishing to me left. I don't know. Yeah. Is that the old pigeon conditioner?
That's a bit of everything in there,
That's
mate.
it, yeah.
Bit of hemp, bit of tigers, some pellets.
So how long have you been coming here, Nick?
Only about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So had a few out, fished a few swims.
People coming here for the first time, what advice would you give them? 3 things.
Tea or coffee?
Whatever's easiest, buddy.
Plenty of suntan lotion, plenty of patience, and plenty of bait. And those would be my bits of advice that I'll give you.
Yeah, and as for going home, some people think, you know what, foreign fishing can ruin your fishing back home. And I have my own view on that, and it certainly doesn't for me. What about you boys?
I would say you have to split the two and keep them totally separate, because if you don't, it can ruin it. I mean, some of my friends have been ruined by this place and don't fish at home at all. But I must admit, I spend most of my time when I'm not here thinking about coming back here again. So.
Yeah, and what have you caught then between you two? This, what you had then between the two of you?
Here?
I'm
today,
bored with him
since
now.
you've been here?
Yeah, no, since you've been here.
We found some fish in what they call a nursery swim.
Yeah, up there on the right.
Yeah, full of, I suppose, litlins up to £35. We said a £35. I had
Yeah.
the first 30 today.
But you're feeling,
but
Nick,
Nick's-
that the big
Nick's-
one to come along. Is that how it is?
Nick, on previous trips, Nick's had some nice fish. He's had some 50s and
Yeah, I've
some
had
40s.
about 10 50s out, I suppose, now. 10? No, it's 8 50s out of here. So,
I've had a 50.
Yeah, he's
My
had a
first
58.
trip was a 58.
Right, yeah.
Swim 17.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I've been out here and it's been amazing catches out, you know, like 3 or 4 80s. There's been 2 80s out this week so far.
Is there 2 out?
Steve Briggs fish come out last night, 84, I think, out
that-
of swim 16.
Oh, and we know the boys in 16.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they're
Rob-
the boys.
Rob caught it.
Yeah, Rob had it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe so.
fantastic. He
Brilliant,
brought our bait down.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
And then Derek on the island.
Hold on, I have to walk back a bit. You're
Oh,
so
sorry,
wide.
Sorry.
Oh, and what else has been out?
Derek, the Dutch guy on the island, he had the 10 scale.
Yeah, 10 scale fish.
£80.
Yeah.
God, fantastic. 2
They've had
80s.
quite a few.
Yeah.
And they lost 3, haven't they?
Yeah, lost 3 good ones, and I think they've had 4 50s as well, haven't they?
Yeah, 450s.
Yeah.
Oh, in 16?
In the island.
Oh, in the island, yeah. Oh, the boys would be proper happy. We'll have to catch up with them then
Yeah,
before we
definitely.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
I think Rob was worried that he didn't have enough weights.
Oh, and you said yesterday, Clay, about leaving your best tackle at home. There's no need bringing your tackle tart here, is it? Because you boys have got it all going on, haven't you?
I've got
Look at that.
my Garnier's gel.
Yes, look at that hairdo.
Look at that, I swear.
Look at
that. No, don't get too close.
Now you've rubbed the t-shirt.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you'll need
That's
a
it.
proper, when you get
It's
a big
all
one,
mine.
go and have a shower. It's all
50 years
yours,
old.
isn't it? Yeah.
All mine.
You're not 50. He's waiting for me to say that on video, wasn't he? Look
Well,
at this gear.
he says it's all his. He's had a lot of it transplanted from his arse cheeks.
Yeah. So,
Funnily enough,
Here we go, look. This is a little, gonna have this for supper tonight, look. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Kev wants half. I'm gonna have a couple of legs, I think. Don't know. Should be alright with chips, I should think, anyway, I don't know. Try it.
well, I'm just, it's now Wednesday afternoon, just putting my rods out for the evening. And this is my last rod to go out, my left-hand rod. And I was just going to try and get, steer the boat, try and get some footage of the nature of the bottom out there. You know, the bars, the plateaus and the snags. And you know, there is a fine line, and I know it's been discussed at length amongst anglers about how the fishing's done here at Rainbow. The drop-off leads, leaving the lead in the water, all this sort of thing. But equally, you know, you're doing everything to ensure you get that fish in. And you know, if you do lose the fish, and they are lost here, that's for sure. You know, you want to be have the rig as safe as possible. So, but anyway, we won't talk about that just now. What I'm keen to show is the nature of the bottom out here. So that's to my left, where Paul's fishing. He's having most of his takes about 30 yards down, 40 yards down there. That's his right hand rod. And I'm just up here. I don't think he's had a bite on that one. But I'm up towards that gap. Through that gap is swim 21's territory. But I'm fishing just to the left of that small island, oh sorry, to the right of that small island there. And I'm fishing over the bar that's on that. And you'll see, at the moment we've come from sort of 12, 14 foot, we're now coming up to 9, and then it'll be shallower. And there's some plateaus and snags out there and so forth. And although it's not very sunny, hopefully I can capture it with the aid of the polarising filter. Poly ball, and there's the rig. So we're now at 4 foot, and there's areas here you have to be careful the motor, the propeller don't hit the mounds. Point I was talking to about Paul earlier, certainly you know, I'm not catching many fish. I've had the one and a couple of other chances. Certainly don't want this video to be an instructional video. I think when I play it back it might sound like I'm telling people how to do it. You know, there's much better anglers on here than me, past and present, and they're ones to tell you how to fish here, not me. But thanks to Paul, you know, I've been guided, and that's helped enormously. Wouldn't want to come here on my own for the first time without some help, let me tell you. This is a different type of fishing. But anyway, there's the mound that I was referring to. We're now at 4 foot and it's starting to shallow right up. You've got to be careful now, so I'm going to turn the camera off because there's some mounds and snags. So I'm fishing just in front of this mound and in front of this tree. I'm just looking, I can't see it now. Oh, there's the mound. You can see, I don't know if that's coming across on camera. Just managed to come round that, it's about 2 foot deep there. So I'm coming to the right hand side of that. Yeah, I hope you can see that. Just coming off it now. That's obviously the bar that continues along here, which you can see to good effect on Google Earth. But I want to be that side of the bar. So let's just control the engine. See there, I'm in sort of 3 foot of water. There's the other one. You can see that? Don't know if you can actually. Oh, that's better. There's the other mound. So there's the island. There's a mound just there, and there's the other one. So, you know, not difficult to find when they look like that. Let's try and zoom in there. Look. I'll throw a bit of bait on it. Yeah, it's settled. So very carefully I'm coming this side of that, creating the angle so that I'm coming sort of here and then just over into this water here. So this is my marker. So I'm in front of that mound. That tree goes out. That's a big snag there, that tree. As you can see now, I'm in 4 foot, 5 foot of water. That's where I want to be. And this side of the channel. With the gap there. That's the bait place now. As I say, just over the bar that comes off that island there.
This is I don't know, what is it, 5 o'clock Wednesday. This is just a little look around the area that I'm fishing. I don't know if you can see the bars and snags and islands. No wonder they call this Jurassic Park, look. And it's not quite as complicated as it looks on the screen, I wouldn't think, but it also is quite tricky. It's sort of easy once you get the hang of it, but it's like everything, you know. If you know how to do it, it's easy. But I said, no wonder they call it Jurassic Park. Eh? Hey, you fancy sorting your fish out amongst all this little lot? Look. Some superb swims here though, mate. Some absolutely superb swims.
So it's approaching 6 o'clock Wednesday evening. So Paul had them 2 this morning. I've just put the rods out an hour ago. The right hand rod down in the corner, I've not moved since yesterday. Left hand rod the same with the buoy just off the tree. The third rod again is out towards that plateau, but I've just baited slightly differently. And then the last rod again over the back there, to the left of the gap, sort of in front of that mound. Can't see through the viewfinder now. So many islands and stuff. There's the gap, can't see for looking. Anyway, over there. Meant to add, there's been 280s out as well in the last 2 or 3 days. So yeah, forgot to mention that, 280 pounders. So yeah, and a lot can go on in some of these swims and you'll never know about it. And although I think at home they might find out quicker, what with mobiles and texting, so you can be on the lake and find out, as we did, that yeah, through other channels, that yeah, the lake you're fishing has produced an 80 pounder. In fact, 2 of them. I think that's a vulture. And the common grebe as well, all sorts, coming for dinner. Really little walk, it's about 7:30 Wednesday evening. Paul's done dinner, I wash up and make tea all day. He does the dinner, that's the arrangement, works well. What we got, Paul?
We've got chicken, jalfrezi, special fried rice and vegetable curry.
Oh, happy days.
Is that okay?
Oh, is it? Yeah, well done.
With extra potatoes.
Lovely.
Okay, mate.
And you're drinking wine to help you through.
Well, I'm going down to Keith Floyd, you know, and that sort of, that's what you have to do, isn't it? Apparently, all good chefs have to be half pissed.
Right.
Apparently.
Hey, look at that vegetable curry.
Look at that. Look.
Oh,
There's our special fried rice.
Oh,
Look.
fantastic.
Look, eh?
Anglers can relate to this.
Look at that, look.
I'm holding the camera up at an angle so you don't see me 3 chins. Anyway, that was a lovely curry, thanks to Paul. I've just gone 8 o'clock now, Wednesday night, and going to make a cup of tea. Got some melon for dessert, and then the anticipation of a night ahead. And do you know what? I feel confident. Each night I've blanked, but I'm feeling confident. And I feel like a big fish is on the cards. And it's Big Fish Thursday tomorrow, isn't it?
That's right.
Why they call it Big Fish Thursday?
Because it's Thursday and it's when a lot of big fish get caught.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's Thursday. A lot of big fish get caught on a Thursday. So let's fingers crossed, me luck's in. But anyway, gonna cup of tea now, skirt about, and nice evening ahead. Well, it's Thursday morning now, and Paul lost one in the night, and I didn't have anything. It's a very quiet night for me, and I heard the odd fish sort of move, and I was up a few times with excitement. And you know what? I feel like I'm doing everything right. You know, when you think, what else can I do? And I don't know what else I can do right now. So, you know, it's one of them modes. But, that's fishing for you. But, Clayton's walked round, so he's just going to go and ask Pascal if he can get a swim, because he's 50 next year. So when he comes down, we see how we get on. Because all you're hearing here is stories of how difficult this lake is to get on for the next couple of years. So, we'll have a word. Scratching my arse. Oh, I've been bitten.
I do speak a little bit of French.
How'd you get on then?
Same old.
What did he say?
He said, email me. So, same old thing. That's it. That's where it goes.
Yeah. Why don't you try for when you're 60?
I should have.
There's Clay. Yeah, let's get a reality check here. He's showing you all the spots and things. They'll change in 10 years' time when you're back on here.
I won't even be around in 10 years' time.
Yeah, you ain't got it. Yeah, this will be an housing estate.
Yeah.
Anyway, panning around Thursday morning. Very calm out there. We had some rain in the night. But could do with getting a fish now, that's for sure. Just gone 11 o'clock Thursday morning. Oh, fuck.
Fuck it. That was big. It's like a jinx, that fucking camera, innit? That was big, mate. That was fucking big. Turn it off, Kev, please.
Well, you can see Paul's putting his bait back out there, and equally I can understand what it's like having a camera in your face when you've lost a fish like that. And Paul thought it was a particularly good fish, so whilst it adds to the atmosphere of a video like this, a video diary, you know, the elation of hooking and landing a lovely fish, you know, there's also the emotion of losing one, which can last, you know, a long while. It can be life-changing. So it was time to put the camera away and leave Paul to his thoughts. But when he gets back, we'll try and remind him of the loss and capture that on camera. It's Thursday afternoon. No sooner as I come up here for a shower and come back, said a quick hello to the boys. I said, if you get a big one, give me a wave. Just got back to the swim and they've waved. And I'm out of breath. How's that for irony?
It is, isn't it?
Well done. So you must have just had the bite as I left.
Yep.
Caught in it?
It's around that.
Yeah.
Look at the belly on it.
It's probably full of spawn, that. It looks like it's probably full of spawn, isn't it? Yeah, look. Or is it just spawned out?
Show us your rig and what bait you're using, Nick.
Ian?
Oh, dearie me.
That's it. Well, look, Nick. Just disclosures.
Falling off all the
So is that your fish or his?
Well, it is really.
No.
Yeah, I know.
What, after he's been shaking 12-pounders off all week?
No, don't.
Fucking
We're
hell.
going to have to sort it out later. The next one's mine.
Right, let's have this net out from underneath.
The next 12.
You're on it. Yeah.
40.
42, just under 42.
Under.
41 and a half, is it? 41. 41.
41.
It is, yeah,
Yep.
41.
So what's that then?
You zeroed the scales, 41, yeah,
42, didn't I?
superb. Well done.
Cool. But
There it is, 41 mirror, look at that, superb.
Right old gut on it, isn't it? And
Yeah, well done. Look at that. Superb. Yeah, beautiful.
cracking fish. Lovely.
Yeah.
well done, Nick. Good one.
Strong as an ox.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. So what you had in summary then, you boys, between you?
We've had
That's our 12th one now, isn't it?
12 fish.
fish, 2 30s, 3 30s,
3 30s and that 40.
40,
Loads of 20s.
loads of 20s.
Yeah.
I had a 12 pounder.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. You're doing all right with yourself.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I'm happy.
So the next big one's yours, is it?
It is.
Fucking wants to be.
£50 common for Mr.
That's the thing.
Clayton.
Well, I want to get back now. I'm
You know what?
inspired.
Everyone I'm going to catch now, I'm going, oh, so it's come off. It's come off.
Do you know what? I
10
didn't want to
fish
say
later.
anything. He's been doing that all week. He has. Yeah, I don't know him that well, and I can tell he's slippery.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
come off. It's,
Yeah.
it's my turn again.
Well, I want to get back. Well done, boys.
Yeah,
So
see you
catch up
later.
with you later,
Thanks
yeah?
a lot.
See you guys.
See you later, kid. See you later.
In the day we sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream. At night we racked the mansions of glory and suicide machines. Sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheel, fuel injected and stepping out over the line. Oh, baby, this town rips the bones from your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. 'Cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Yes, girls and girls. When you let me in, I wanna be your friend. I wanna guard your dreams and visions. Just wrap your legs round these velvet rims and strap your hands across my engines. Together we could break this trap. We'll run till we drop. Baby, we'll never go back. Oh, you walk with me out on the wire. 'Cause baby, I'm just a scared and lonely rider. But I gotta know how it feels. I wanna know if love is wild, babe. I wanna know if love is real. Oh, come and show me. Beyond the palace, heavy-powered drones scream down the boulevard. Girls comb their hairs in rearview mirrors, and the boys try to look so far. The amusement park ride and rolling start. Kids are up on the beach in the mirror.
Well, this fish gave a really good account of itself.
Bit of a sky, eh?
Probably sort of upper 20, Paul, you say, yeah?
Yeah, I would say so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, well done.
Nice looking, nice big old hump on his back, look.
Yeah, beauty. I'm going back.
Fought like a demon.
Yeah,
Old battle scars, look.
yeah.
Go on, babe.
Yeah, well done. That did give a good account of
Fucking hell,
itself.
mate. I knew it wasn't massive because you can tell, can't you, like how quick they move.
I don't know, I can't, no.
No,
I
but
wish I could.
You can
Yeah.
tell the speed they're going, basically, that they're not massive, but powerful fish, mate. God, dear oh Lord. Strange. Normally here the commons really give a good account of themselves, but this session, for some reason, it seems the mirrors that are really fighting hard, and the commons are sort of, well, not fighting, but you know.
Yeah, good shout though. Yeah, well done.
It's just that the
So you've had a knock on that left-hand rod. I don't know whether you want to check that and right before.
that's actually in a clip up the bank about 70 yards.
Right.
If it was an actual bite or some sort of touch, I think it would have come out the clip and we would have had a drop back.
Right, yeah.
But I might just have a little wander up in the boat, just to have a... Okay, now, this is not for the faint-hearted. This is a little bit of a show on what's happening with me line here on this rod, my left-hand rod. We're going up through these little hooks here, look. I don't know if you probably can't follow the line, but I'll try and catch it. After that, we're going up along the margin. Taking you along there a little bit. We're going up, I don't know how far, it's probably 20 or 30 yards. We're going up to this tree here. Try and make it as quick as possible. Yeah, we got on, this is actually on a boat here, so I don't know if you probably can't see the line, but we're approaching now the second little hook coming up in this tree. I don't know whether we'll get it. There we go, that's the little baby, if you can see the line around that. Then after that, the line follows down, going up to the next snag, through the water. Then we're going up to that next branch overhanging. And as you can see, then goes to a clip and drops down or directly into a swim of about 6 or 7 feet. Hopefully that's where we've just had a touch, so we were just waiting for the bite now.
Taking this rig out now in the boat, and that's going to be swapped over on the left-hand rod that's over by the gap, and that's going to stay there. So rather than wind that all the way back, just simply go out there and with Paul's help this end, just rebait and drop it back in. You can see the floating buoy in the centre of the viewfinder. Well, you know what? It's 7:30 Thursday evening now, and I'm at that stage in the holiday where I really feel I need to catch another fish. You know, I don't know. You get under pressure, and especially when your mate's having it off. And you know, genuinely, it's great to see such great fish. And you know, sometimes in years gone by, mates of mine have had it off, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm fed up with playing second fiddle. You know, I'm a great gilly, gilly tarpon fishing, gilly last year with Blakey on the Ebro. It's a bit like, when you're clubbing with your mates in the 80s and your same old mate always goes home with a bird and you go home on your own. It's a bit like that, it's all coming back to me. But anyway, I've got the traps set for tonight. I've had them set every night. I felt confident in everything I'm doing. I'm just not getting any fish. And when the morning comes, there's that disappointment having woken up, not had another bite, and then you've got the morning, and then the lunchtime comes and you ain't had nothing that morning. But anyway, the traps are set now. We've got 2 more nights, tonight and Friday night, and yeah, fingers crossed I'll get amongst a nice fish. But right now I certainly feel like the pressure's on. About 1:30 Friday morning, Paul's right hand rod's rod off, and he's off into the night after that fish. Yeah, upper 20 common by looks of things. Yeah, well done, Paul. Yeah, well done, Paul. Yes, it's the good way. Yeah, I'll do it from the... That's it. Lovely.
Lean, mean fighting machine, matey.
It was a lean fighting machine, wasn't it? Lovely.
It's a good pick. Look, going back in the water. Look at that. Go on, baby.
You alright?
I'm fine, mate. Yeah, good. A little bit wobbly. Go on, take the fucking...
6 o'clock Friday morning. Pulls off. So you got another one. First light. Boy, was I nodding off. Was I asleep, should I say? This is the scene on the lake. Having just woken up, pulls out there somewhere, playing that fish. As I say, 6 AM. Oh, fish has got off. I better turn the camera off now. It's 9:45 now, Friday morning, and yeah, so Paul had one, lost one in the night. I didn't have anything. So last night tonight, we'll do a bit of preparation for packing tonight, but you know, there's still no let up on trying to catch a fish, and yeah, couldn't be more keen if I'm truthful. But yeah, it's starting to rain now. As soon as the rain's cleared, get out and skirt about, have my usual shower later this morning, and yeah, you never know, there's still some time yet. We just got a little picture of the smallest frog in the world, look. Little tinker, isn't he? Look, that is, I don't know, not much older than a tadpole, I shouldn't think. Oh, there he's gone. There he is. Kev's just going out in the boat. He's a bit worried, he's struggling a little bit, I have to admit. He's had one fish, but I think the answer could be, I don't really know, I mean, I'm not really, you know, I wouldn't say I'm an expert carp fisherman, but this is, I'll give you a shot of just a shot of his rig. Now that, I can't really can't see what he's trying to get at there. I think perhaps he's just trying to spoon him out from a little snag somewhere, I suppose, but yeah, I can't for the life of me see what he's trying to use there, but anyway, don't tell him I've showed you this video. He thinks he's doing all right. Bless him. So it's Friday, early afternoon.
We're going to try some on the top.
Floating crust?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got great big ones like that.
I'm with Clay and Nick, just come back from the shower. You were saying, Clay, so you've had no bites on these 4 rods? Yeah. And have most of the bites come on a couple of rods here?
We've had, on the first 3 rods, we've had our bites. The middle 2
yeah,
are the ones that are going down the fingers behind the bird up.
Yeah, so again, most of your bites have been on 2 out of 8 rods.
I had one on that last night.
Yeah.
Nothing, just a about 20 pound leather. Nick had his 40 on this one. It's around the back.
Yes.
Quite happy really, because it's a hard swim. And not many people, you know, I understand John Lilly's not caught anything.
Right.
So
Yeah.
quite happy that we're catching, although not the...
But it's interesting for me, being to your left, that you, because I'm round there,
Yeah.
where me windy house is, but you've had no bites on your left-hand rods.
None at all.
None at all.
Nothing at all. But we're going to leave them there because, you know, we were confident on the spots. We're just going to leave them there and
Right,
see what happens.
yeah,
There
yeah.
it goes.
Yeah, so how would you sum up your week, you boys? Nick,
I'm happy.
how would you sum up your week? Come and talk to the camera, it won't hear from there.
It's been very enjoyable, nice week. made some new friends, caught some nice fish. Weather's been beautiful, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course met the legend that is
No,
Kevin
don't
Ellis.
keep saying that. One Fish Ellis. One Fish Ellis, they call me.
Kill
Yeah.
wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there is that, but don't mention that. Oh, I'll have to edit that out. Yeah, I'll have to edit that out. Yeah, but yeah, it's been good fun. And I was just saying, it's interesting for me that you've had no bites on your left 4 rods. And the way you do it is what? You take it in terms of bites, do you?
No, we take it in terms of fish landed.
Right.
And that way it works out fair. I mean, if you're good pals and you're coming out here, it doesn't matter whether it's you that catches or whether it's your pal that catches. So as long as you're taking
Really?
it in turns, well, it doesn't.
You wait till you've gone. I'm going to throw some fucks in. It matters to me.
No, we
Yeah,
take
it's easy to say that when you've had them all, isn't it? It's like my mate Brooksy, he can say that.
Lost another one,
Yeah.
Clayton. Net
Yeah,
something
exactly
went. I
that,
thought I
yeah.
lost it. Yeah, no
Yeah,
fault,
it's like my mate Nigel always said, don't worry, El, you know, another bird always comes along. They did for him, they never did for me. So I know exactly how to relate to that. But anyway, so that's the
Yeah, fish landed, we do it, and then it's fair. And then when you go home at the end of the week, there's only one difference in fish. You know, not one of you's had 1 and the other one's had 10. Because I mean, in all fairness,
Yeah, but you've
all
lost
them
more
fish.
than me. How does that work? I'm gutted. Can I lose
What?
some?
You can lose as many as you want, mate, as long as they're small. Just don't lose the big ones. Just don't lose the big ones.
But you was going to say, the rod's here.
Yeah, these rods have done all the fish, you know.
Yeah.
Say that had been Clayton and I'd have been here, then I would have had nothing all week and he would have probably had, well, what have we had now between us? 13, 12, 13?
Yeah, got about that. Yeah.
13.
I've had 6, you've had 7.
No, you've had 7, I've had 6.
Have I?
Yeah,
Alright, okay.
because we switched round, didn't we?
And I've lost 2.
He's lost 2, I've lost 9.
Oh!
So, okay,
There's something going on there, Clay.
No, I got a GCSE in maths and I still can't fucking work that out.
What's that white thing floating over there?
Yeah.
What about breakfast? What about fucking
Yeah. Well, on that note, then we'll call that a day. So I'll catch up with you boys in the morning briefly, I guess.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And and then we're looking forward, Paul and I, to guesting down at your water.
Yeah, you're always
September, October.
Yeah, you're always
that'd be
welcome.
good. Yeah, it'd be great.
Nice at barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be fun.
One of Clayton's special Jamaican dishes.
Just before I was going, I saw this map that Nick's prepared. So just talk us briefly through that. Where are you fishing here?
No, we're fishing.
Where are you? I lost my bearings. Go on.
Yeah, you want it, yeah?
Yeah.
We're fishing up the back here.
Yeah. Where's your rods?
So our rods are here in swim 1,
Yeah.
and it's going up here to a pole,
Bird up there.
round that pole there, and then down there. And then the other one's going up the back here to this pole, and then we're dropping it in this gully here at the back, and that's where we're having the fish from. This gully, which is the second from the back, about 6 foot deep, or this gully, which is about 5 foot deep, right next to that big snag tree down there.
Yeah. And your left-hand rods, which are here.
Yeah, they're going out. We've got one in front of the banana tree,
Yeah.
one in the gully behind the banana tree, and the other 2 are in the other gullies behind here.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Where's the island gap in the island that I'm fishing to?
That's here.
Oh right. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. No, that's interesting.
Mm.
Yeah. You say you got a mate of yours who's got similar maps and most swims.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just get a copy of that for me, can
Yeah,
you?
we'll do, no worries.
Al, this is a little bit for you. I'm sure you're probably bored stiff and you probably don't really want to watch this, but you really should, because while Kevin is in the doing his ablutions like he does every day, doesn't he, on the hour, this is his eyes. I've heard he's been telling you about how good he is at washing up, and well, this is his idea of washing up, as you probably well know. See that there, look, that's his idea of washing up. It's been on the boat for 2 days soaking in water. So a little bit for you, Al. I'm sure you'll recognise the person I'm talking about.
Well, it's just gone 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. I've got back from the shower and caught up with a couple of lads, not least of all Les Aves. Les, it was great to see you, mate. I'm glad I bumped into you, and hopefully I'll see you before the day's out for a coffee. Yeah, really nice to see you and reminisce. Just going to have a brief look at each rig now. One rod's staying out from last night. 3 new rods are going out with slightly different rigs. We'll have a brief look at each one of them, and then they'll be out for the duration. Hopefully, if I'm winding in between now and tomorrow morning, it's because I've hooked a carp. So yeah, we'll have a brief look, and then we'll skirt around Paul and I and start doing some preliminary packing to make life easier for the morning. So 2 rigs the same there. There's Les, who was talking about earlier. Yeah, stayed with Les about 7 years ago. veteran river angler as I knew you, Les, aren't you?
And what a nuisance you were.
Nice to know some things never change, isn't it?
He was blacklisted after he left.
Yeah, it's funny how the phone just rung when I tried to get you. Yeah. Thing is, he means it. That's the shame of it all. Well, it's mid-afternoon Friday, and we're just chatting away, and it roared off. His hotspot rod. It's gone left now. He's got it over the bar without getting in the boat. Now it's gone left, so he's jumped in the boat.
It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in this time to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for what's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken any time to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for love. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken any time to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for love.
Third 50, what a result. I thought it bigger than that.
Yeah, looked big, didn't it?
God, what a fish though. As you say, it felt empty, did it?
Oh mate, hollow inside. Yeah, that's got that gut. There was nothing in it. Nothing
Right,
in it,
yeah,
so it's,
yeah, crikey. God,
probably could put another 4 or 5 pound on it.
Yeah,
Another
well
12
done.
minutes on.
Again, caught off your spot, wasn't it?
Yeah, again, another one. Been a bit quiet, innit, for... Well, I lost a big fish yesterday and haven't had a touch since, and
Yeah.
that's the first one since then, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
cracking.
but
Yeah, superb. Paul's just putting them out again. He just sort of described the rig again. Go on,
it's
Paul.
all
talk
pretty
us through
basic,
this.
mate. Yeah, just a normal, you know, the lead clip. I don't know what make it is, Drennan or something. As you noticed, the hook length is quite long. If you remember from the beginning of the session, I dropped the first couple of fish, and then increased my hook length by about 4 inches, I suppose, taking it up to about a foot now, I suppose it is. And that seemed to have cured the problem, to be honest with you, so perhaps that was a little...
And that's Martin's
and that's his
sinking lead core
sinking
stuff.
lead core stuff. That's one of his hooks.
Yep.
Again, one of his baits, club mix, with a little growler on it.
And a 101 hook.
And a sort of 101 hook, mate, so...
And sort of a liner
Yeah,
type arrangement.
don't tell everyone, don't tell them.
Show me. We won't tell you, I'll edit it out. Let's just have a close look.
Not really complicated, but it seems to be working, eh?
It does. It
There
does.
you go, mate.
And of course the float, Paul,
Yeah,
which is an important part of your setup. Yeah.
it's just about a foot above depth. Just basically, I think here, seems to me, I don't know whether it's people who agree with me here, but I think they're a little bit liney. They're not riggy, but they don't like a lot of line in the water. So I do like to have them on a float and it comes straight up off the bottom and they don't seem to worry about that so much as the if it's going in at an angle. So that's my faults, probably a load of crap, but there you go. Got me with me glasses on. Do I look really old?
Young. Well, it's 7 o'clock Friday evening. We're just preparing dinner, and it looks like Nick and Clay are on their way out after a fish. Once again, another evening victual, and this is our last supper here Friday night, just before 8 o'clock. And it was this time last Friday we arrived at the lake pool, wasn't it? Yeah, and crikey, how the week's flown by. Paul's proper looked after me. Look at that. Got pork cutlets and sausages with risotto and some vegetable and tomato curry.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. And the risotto, yeah, beautiful.
Hopefully.
Well, it's about 8:30 Friday evening. Just had a super dinner, and now going to sit back, have a cup of tea and enjoy our last evening of the week on Rainbow, and yeah, reflect on a number of things and be at peace with the world before we go back to the grindstone tomorrow. But that will give us time to reflect once we've changed and sat outside the clubhouse on the week. But there's at least 12 hours to go between now and then, and anything could happen. So if this video is coming out again, with the exception of maybe a couple of romantic sunsets as Paul and I look to the horizon, holding hands in swim 5, yeah, anything can happen in the next 12 hours. Other excited anglers turning up at the clubhouse now, just as we did this time last week, full of anticipation of the week or fortnight or month ahead. A pan that we've done several times this week. So we're just leaving now, 11:30 Saturday morning. Just have a quick look at the clubhouse and some of the fish. With the shower facilities and everything here, it's superb. Freezers for the bait.
I fished up in the north, and I mean I kept it 200p all the way through, and then he came and fished King in for a little while, but
Okay then mate, end of the week, nice sunny day. You wouldn't believe in, what, half an hour ago it was absolutely lashing it down, would you? So we decided to pack up in the rain so we didn't.
Yeah, great time management. Yeah, so approaching midday Saturday now, and we're going to be heading back and get home sort of near midnight. But this is a great opportunity to reflect on the trip, and from my perspective, what a lake this is. And before I came here, in fact we better wait for that to go because they won't hear us pick it up. Before I came here, went on the forums, and some people who haven't been here are quite critical of the way it's fished here. But let me just say, the nice thing about carp fishing is that there's lakes for all sorts of people and all types of angling. So, for anglers who want to go to other waters where there's no snags or, much easier facilities, good luck to them. And there's room in angling for all types of anglers and fishing. But for me, coming here, someone coined the phrase Jurassic Park, and I think that's about as close to it as you'll get. It's a great nickname for this place because you expect dinosaurs to come running around the track. Let me tell you, that was my first observation when I arrived. What would you add to that before we go on anything else?
Well, no, but I mean it's the same thing. I mean it's just known as Jurassic. I mean it's just the way I don't. It's hard to explain the trees, the fucking water. Just like I say, it is something from the ages ago, isn't it? Like,
yeah, and casein, you know, I likened this at the very start to almost casein. Casein's nothing like this. Casein's a doddle of fish compared to this. And yeah, absolutely. And I learnt that immediately, you know, setting up and looking at the terrain. For me, as I say, frustrating week, having just had the one. And Martin, you said it, when you're laying on that bed chair and you get the slightest bleep, I've never been so quick out of my bed chair. And, you know, there's a couple of strikes I made, which looking back were either bats flying into the line or bream, I don't know. But, you know, I was so hyper for the whole week. Normally, I have to have my buzzers on really loud to wake me up to get me out of bed. Here, I was proper on it. And you know what? Excuse me. What a great gilly I was. Hey? I was a great gilly for you, Nigel.
That's debatable.
Yeah.
Now, come on, normally.
I was a great gilly.
After I taught you that it's boat first, then camera.
I did learn that. It took a couple of fish first.
So, no, he has done pretty well. I ain't done well. I ain't caught nothing. Don't believe all the hype about the washing up, because he hasn't done any of that either. So.
Yeah, but if I was coming back here, in truth, and I'm sure Paul will have an observation, I would fish different. Paul, what would you say briefly I've done wrong?
I can remember when that first day or night we was here, you was talking to a fella and you said, what's the best tip he could give you? And the fella says, you've got to forget everything you know about fishing in England and adhere the new stuff over here. Unfortunately, you didn't do that.
Right.
You basically fished well, but you fished it like an English lake, and that don't work here.
Right, yeah.
You know, that's the main thing. It's not, you didn't really do much wrong, but it's just, you know, little bits, lots of little bits. Do you understand?
Fair point. And the point the boys were making, I was fishing with my lines out of the water some of the time, not all the time. I think there's an element of getting your line out of the water as much as you can, safely, whenever you can. I think that's a fair point. And a couple of the lads that will let this truck go. A couple of lads made that point who we were just chatting to in the clubhouse. I think the other thing as well, to be fair, the guys in 1 and 2, their left-hand 6 rods didn't have a bite. I was on their left, they was on my right. In truth, if I was coming here again with someone, I would want to alternate the rods. Not alternate in terms of you strike one, I strike one. Have your own rods, but have yours, mine, yours, mine, yours, mine. Because I think when you walk into swim 5 as an angler, you had the choice of fishing left or right. It's fair to say you'd fish
left. I mean, the left-hand side is the governor's side.
Yeah, it's the governor's side. And, you know, I think, to my mind, whoever I came with, that I think if you went into most swims here, most swims have got a better side, I think. Because I walked around with Paul the night we was here, and when you look in the swims, you know, generally there's a better side, I think. Yeah, but certainly in swim 5, the left-hand side is the better side.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, you know, but equally, you know, where Paul's concerned, you know, Paul, you know, I've known Paul donkey's years. You know, he's a great angler. All that gang, isn't there? You know, all the gang that we've grown up with, good anglers. You know, so to watch Paul fishing for the week was a great learning curve for when I come back. Whether it's with Paul, whoever wants to bring me, that's a hint. Anyone watching this, yeah, you need a good gilly. You know, I'm not a very good cook. I'm a great tea maker, but I'm the best gilly in the world. Now that I know I've got to get the boat first, not the camera. So that's the point I would make. But it's been a great week, and the fact that Paul invited me over a beer in Brentwood 3 months ago, I'm so glad I'm here, and I can't wait to come back.
Going back to that alternating, like putting your rods, I've tried that. And in all fairness, I can see what you're talking about, but Kevin, but it's so hard to do because you're so far away from a certain rod. It's ever so hard to do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think it's that hard myself.
But whatever. But yeah. I mean, I've tried it, and you end up tripping over each other, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah. But you know, like the boys in 1 and 2, all their fish come on the right-hand 2 rods. And again, if you walked into swim 1, you'd be thinking, down that right hand side with all the snags. And again, I took a picture of the map, so I'm going to overlay that on the video so people can see a closer look at of the lake. But that map don't tell you nothing. When you're out there with that echo sounder and you're going along, and I soon learned to sit down in certain times in that boat, because if you don't, the boat, it's a mound that's just coming up within inches of the surface and can catapult you out the boat, just like it did to Nick, who was fishing to our right earlier in the week. So the terrain out there, you know, we tried to capture it. I'm not sure how well it's come out, but with the aid of the echo sounder and the polarising filter and your sunglasses, there's so many features out there. Eggbox ain't got nothing on it. I think back to the Harrow days, when I first fished Harrow, all them bars and one thing and another, nothing compared to here. So so that's the brief synopsis. Well, you got anything to add, Paul?
Not really, mate.
No?
You've just about summed it up.
Yeah,
I mean,
Paul's been great company, and I've been good company. I looked after him. Yeah, hey, he's a good cook, though. He's a good cook.
It has been quite fun. It has been quite fun, like I say. But I've, you know, like I said, I shouldn't worry too much what's happened here, because like I think everyone's first trip, they'll come with the same thought as you, and they'll come back with that. And I do know there is a governor side, right, without any doubt, but it's not as large as you think it is.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I mean, it ain't 10 fish to 1.
Right.
Do you know what I
So
mean?
do you think you'd have caught more if you'd have been in my side than me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how would you have caught more?
I'll have fished, definitely would have fished that horizontal one that you didn't really give enough time to. That is the governor swim on that right hand side. That is. I mean, when you think all my fish basically come on 2 rods. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like
and most of them on one rod.
On one rod. So and which would have been probably on the right hand side would have been that horizontal tree that's out, because that is the governor swim on that thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's what. Perhaps I wouldn't have done, but I do believe that if you'd have concentrated on that snag or that tree, that spot, more than the other one, you'd have caught more fish.
Yeah, and equally, if I'd have been on the left, I would have caught more.
Oh yeah, without any doubt. Yeah.
So I understand what Paul's saying.
But also, would you have fished like I fished it?
If I'd have come here without you for the first time, no.
No, exactly.
No,
yeah.
seeing the way the fish, I've never fished. I've done the bottle fishing a little bit years back. On where was it? The Orient, I think, or Salagoo. Salagoo.
Yeah, Salagoo.
Yeah, we fished with the bottles and poly balls and one thing and another. But seeing the way Paul fished and that efficient rig of using the floats to get your line out of the water, and also hooks here. There's hooks everywhere. There's rod rests, hooks here. You know, you walk around, you see something hanging down. You know, where people have improvised in order to get their line out of the water and to get round corners, yeah? So in truth, if I'd have come here, I don't know, with any of the boys who hadn't been here before, it's a steep learning curve, let me tell you. So for my benefit, coming with Paul, I learnt loads that, you know, would have taken a lot longer to learn had I not come with Paul. That's fair to say, 100%.
Would probably learned a lot more though if you'd have come with Lockie.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
No, but anyway, so and again, thanks Mark for letting us on here. It's been great. So anyway, anything to add?
No, that's about it, mate.
Yeah, that's about it. So we've got a 12-hour journey home now-ish, and can stop and have some grub. But been a cracking week, and as part of my angling career, a great learning curve, fantastic, and great bunch of boys on here. A couple of which we'll be seeing again. Great bunch of boys, all there to share the information. Pascal, his family, can't be more accommodating. It's a proper place.
Yeah, number one.
Is that a wrap?
Top lake in the world,
Yeah,
I would say.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Closer, friend. Turn that bloody racket on!
Oh, not you again! Jesus Christ! Marley? Just Marley? Don't mind Marley?
You don't mind Marley?
Don't mind a bit of Marley.
How are you?
Sound, how'd you get on?
You got a nice colour. Fucking hell, you look younger than when I saw you. Yeah. Hey, turn that down so here. Tell us how you got on. How'd you on?
I ended up with 18 fish.
Well, it's Sunday afternoon now, and got home late last night, and nice easy journey home as it goes. And in fact, people said to me there, our rainbow gets under your skin, and it does, because I ain't stopped thinking about it. And not least of all, went to bed last night, wife wearing her Victoria's Secret black gear. All I could think of was rainbow. So yeah, it does hook you. But to conclude this video, Paul, if you're watching this, or when you're watching this, again, thanks for inviting me down there, mate. And I learnt a lot from you. It was an enlightening week, and I like to think, you know, I'm always learning when I do these sort of trips. And Rainbow's got its certain applications and way of doing things, and you were certainly on top of it. And yeah, I learnt a lot. So yeah, thanks again for that. And equally to all the other guys I met, you know, great bunch of guys, as I said earlier in the video. And yeah, nice to bump into some faces that I hadn't seen for a while. Nick and Clayton, you're watching this. Nick, just look at Clay, yeah? And maybe he's got a wry smile on his face, because mate, I've got to tell you, I've got to come clean. I managed to wind you up all week. I've not climbed Everest, I've not climbed K2, I've never shot wolves, and I've never been anywhere near whitewater rafting, not least of all in Tibet, climbing the mountains for 3 weeks just to get the raft up there. In fact, the scariest thing I've ever done is the Nemesis at Alton Towers, and I had to have a week off work after that. But mate, thanks for and Clay, tell him, Clay came round, we thought we'd get you on it, and we did. So yeah, thanks for being a great sport. And if by now you're punching Clay, yeah, punch him before you have to punch me. But yeah, you two boys, great company, and yeah, look forward to catching up with you guys again. But as I say, that brings the video to a wrap. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And as I said again earlier, you know, looking back on that video, I didn't want it to be an instructional video. You know, there are anglers down there who know what they're doing. And, you know, I went down there and I learned a lot. So, you know, anyone who's, you know, got better ideas and, you know, ways of doing things, you know what, I'd be interested in them. Because, you know, sometimes when I do these videos, it looks like I'm trying to be the professional that knows what he's doing. That's not the case, and you know, these videos aren't, you know, they're not rehearsed, they're very much ad-libbed, and I think that's what, you know, that's the way I enjoy doing the videos. So as I say, thanks for watching, thanks again to you, Paul, and yeah, as I said, I'm looking forward to going back. I can't wait to go back to Rainbow. You know, I've had a bit of a kick in the teeth by Rainbow. That said, I had a beautiful fish, and I'm really appreciative of that, but with that kick in the teeth, I'm going back to pull its head off. And on that note, I've got to go.
Okay.
Ah, let's see, that's the wife. She's waiting. Yeah, got to go.
Turn around, look at what you see. She made the